Previously, Demon Lord Leo was reincarnated as a child after 1,000 years, and there, a girl named Celia found him, and while protecting Leo from a void, she gave up her life, so to repay her. Leo brought her back to life. Celia didn't know anything and brought Leo back to humanity's last stronghold, 7th Assault Garden. She wanted to have Leo enroll in the 7 Excalibur Academy, so that he could also become a holy swordsman, but while she was giving Leo a tour of the academy, Rhodes stopped them. He was lusting after Celia and wanted to make her one of his girls. And because Celia didn't awaken her holy sword, she didn't have any other option but to endure that jerk. But now Leo got triggered and showed him not to mess with Celia or his life is not gonna be safe. But before the matter escalated, Elfine showed up and that jerk had to leave. But after that, Celia took Leo to her dorms, and while Leo was taking a bath, Celia came in thinking he was a child. However, Celia fell from dizziness and suddenly sucked Leo's blood. So Leo finally reveals to Celia that she is dead. So, as the story progresses, Leo brings Celia back to her room, and when she awoke, she was at a loss, so Celia asked Leo who he is. And Leo finally reveals that he's the reincarnation of an ancient sorcerer, and the sorcery is also the reason how he brought her back to life as one of his minions. It was a level 10 spell. Create Elder Undead. Leo tells Scylla that even he was amazed with the results that Celia showed, because now Celia had become the most prestigious type of undead, a vampire queen. Celia was still confused, so Leo tells her that her weakened state back in the bathroom was due to insufficient mana, and as a result she sucked Leo's blood, to replenish her own mana with his blood. Celia understood that Leo wasn't kidding when he said that she died, but still, Celia decided to share her past with Leo. She tells him that when she was about 9, her hometown was attacked by voids. And in that attack her entire family died because they were all holy swordsmen, and after that Excalibur Academy took her custody. So she wanted to continue her family's legacy by becoming a holy swordsman, which is why she always took part in dangerous missions to force her holy sword awakening. But now she was unsure if she could awaken a holy sword after being an undead. Even Leo didn't know the answer to that, but he told Celia that she would be much stronger than before at least. But then Leo's tummy started to rumble from starvation, so they both dressed up to grab a meal in canteen, but their Leo chose to have only pastry. So Celia told him that won't be enough for his growing body, so Leo teased Celia for that advice because she's an undead, but she chins up and thought of choosing a meal for Leo. But then Leo insisted on paying for the meal with a gold coin. Leo tells Celia that its value was bizarre in the past, that anyone could buy a whole restaurant with a single coin. But Celia tells him that it's unusable now. The Assault Garden only accepts credits as payment and gold is no longer valuable. So the 2,000 gold coins Leo saved 1,000 years ago to rebuild the demon army are just a waste in this era. But then they noticed 2 goons were bothering Sieglind for her to pay back their money, but she wanted some time to pay them back. But those guys didn't want to give her any time and puts their hands on her chastity, so she used force instead of words to let them know what she meant. Those guys understood her and run out, but she turns out to be Celia's friend, and those guys from earlier were from the casino where she got into a debt, but Sieglind was mesmerized seeing the cute little Leo. So Celia introduced Leo to her, and Sieglind was their vanguard attacker. Then they sits down for lunch, and Sieglind tells her past is similar to Celia's. She lost her family to voids. So she also vowed to kill every voids with her hands, and after that, comes Leo's appraisal test, and there the instructor told Leo to bring forth his holy sword, so Leo brought out his staff. And in just a flash he flattened 3 of the robots, and that attracted a lot of attention, and the instructor wanted to investigate Leo's full power. But their road showed and told them he could lend them a hand. He thinks he's a top student there and had the qualifications to test Leo. So Leo didn't have any problem because he knows the outcome, and behind him his girls also got ready, which was unfair against a single person, but since it's the ability of his holy sword. Instructor also agreed to this test, so Celia then joins Leo's side, which Rhodes didn't had problem only if Celia promises to join his team if she loses. So Leo agrees to this gamble because he won't let his girl be snatched away from a loser like him. There, Celia used only a training sword to hold back those girls, then she sets herself on Rhodes. But he immobilized Celia with his power, so now Leo was the only one remaining. But then, Celia's wish to protect Leo started to awaken her holy sword, and in it brought out a blood-red sword. And with just a swing of it, she defeats Rhodes. So after that, others threw a little celebration for Celia in joy of her receiving her own holy sword, and also for Leo to officially joining their platoon. Then Elfine told Leo to come to her room because she wanted to record some extra data of him for school documents, but that reminded them that they don't have any spare room for Leo. So Regina told Leo to stay with her in her room, and suddenly, Elfine also got interested and offers the same to Leo, and suddenly, Sieglinde also told Leo that she could share her room with him. But that sparked jealousy in Celia, so she strongly denied, so Leo makes up that he's comfortable around Celia, so he wants to stay with her, and his wish marked the decision. Then, after that, while Elfine was examining Leo's body, Leo became interested in the map that was on the screen, so he brought it back to his room to see if he could remember any locations from his days. There he calls out Blacks to know his side of the investigation, and Blacks found out that this island was operating on a large-scale power source that comes from mana crystal. Then he leaves and Sherry comes right after that. She brought a bunch of sweets for Leo and then told him that she saw the whole city doesn't know the shred of the real history of the war between the Demon Lord and humanity. As if the history was wiped out. After that, Sherry asked him about Celia, as she was getting jealous and called Leo dumb. Then Sherry goes back because Celia comes out of bath without any worries, naked, but at the same time, somewhere underneath the island, divers found the tree sage that was an arch-enemy of Leo. But right there episode 3 comes to an end, but don't forget to subscribe for more recaps of the newly aired anime. Till then, take care.